Once upon a time in Verona. In the beautiful city of Verona, Italy, two powerful families, the Montagues and the Capulets, were locked in a bitter and violent feud. No one remembered why it started, but their hatred ran deep, spreading through generations. Romeo Montague, a young man with a passionate heart, was lovesick over a girl named Rosalind, who didn't love him back. His friends, Benvolio and Mercutio, tried to cheer him up and convince him to move on. Performing arts, the fateful masquerade ball. One night, the Capulets hosted a grand masquerade ball. Romeo and his friends decided to sneak in wearing masks. They hoped to have fun, and maybe Romeo would forget about Rosalind. As soon as Romeo entered, his eyes fell upon Juliet, the beautiful daughter of Lord Capulet. In that instant, everything changed. He no longer cared about Rosalind. He had never seen beauty like this before. Juliet saw Romeo too, and something stirred in her heart. They danced, they spoke, and they kissed. It was love at first sight. But then came the terrible truth. Juliet discovered he was a Montague, her family's sworn enemy. And Romeo found out she was a Capulet. Still, neither could let go of what they felt. Ring's secret love. Later that night, Romeo snuck into the Capulets' orchard and found Juliet on her balcony, speaking to the stars about her love for him. He revealed himself, and they shared a deep, honest conversation about their feelings. They knew their love was forbidden, but their hearts refused to listen to reason. The next day, with the help of Friar Lawrence, a kind priest who hoped their love might end the feud, Romeo and Juliet were secretly married. Cross swords, tragedy strikes. But love could not escape the shadow of hate. That afternoon, Juliet's cousin Tybalt confronted Romeo, furious about his appearance at the Capulet party. Romeo, now Tybalt's family through marriage, refused to fight. But Romeo's friend Mercutio, hot-headed and loyal, stepped in. Tybalt killed Mercutio. Filled with rage and guilt, Romeo fought Tybalt and killed him. The Prince of Verona, tired of the bloodshed, banished Romeo from the city. Juliet was heartbroken. Her new husband was now an outlaw. That night, Romeo and Juliet spent one final night together before he fled to Mantua. Broken heart, Juliet's dilemma. Juliet's troubles deepened when her parents, not knowing she was married, insisted she marry a nobleman named Paris in just a few days. Juliet refused, and her father became furious. Desperate, Juliet turned to Friar Lawrence again. He gave her a risky plan. She would drink a potion that would make her appear dead for 42 hours. After she was laid in the family tomb, Romeo would come, she would wake, and they would escape together. Juliet agreed. Coffin, the plan fails. On the morning of the wedding, the Capulets found Juliet dead. The wedding turned into a funeral. Her lifeless body was placed in the Capulet tomb. But the message about the plan never reached Romeo. Instead, he heard the news that Juliet was dead. Crushed and broken, Romeo bought poison and rushed back to Verona. At the tomb, Romeo saw Juliet's still body. He kissed her cold lips, drank the poison, and died by her side. Moments later, Juliet awoke. She saw Romeo's body and realized what had happened. Unable to live without him, she took his dagger and ended her life. Coffin aftermath. The deaths of Romeo and Juliet shocked both families. The Montagues and Capulets, overcome by guilt and sorrow, finally ended their feud. But it was too late. The young lovers had become victims of hatred, miscommunication, and fate. Of the message, Romeo and Juliet's love was pure and strong. But in a world filled with hate, even the greatest love can't survive without peace. Their story reminds us, love must be protected. Hate destroys lives. And sometimes, it takes great loss for people to learn what truly matters.